Okay, people, let's talk. Let's talk. I always think about taking notes for these things. This deserved no notes. I watched Eternals. It came out on Disney Plus. I didn't like it. There is so much happening in this movie. All right, let's back up. So this franchise comic series, I don't think is that popular. I wouldn't know because I don't read comics, but I don't think it did that well. Is doing that well in the comics. And I think there's just too much happening in here that a singular movie could allow for. I think there's a joke out that says you could have made this a Disney Plus series, and it could have done better. And I agree. I mean, I guess we can recap the movie. Let's see if we can do this properly. There are these big things called celestials. They make everything. They make a new star. They make the planets. They send Eternals to help the intelligent life on that planet. But they can't. They're not allowed to engage in the conflict that happens between the intelligent life. They're humans. And that quickly explains the whole Avengers and Thanos thing. But plot twist: the Eternals only harvest the life force of the intelligent life on the planet just so another celestial can be born. And then once that happens, the Eternals get their memories wiped and they start over. The problem here in this movie, I mean, count it. What are there? 10 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 of these characters, and the movie tries to make an attempt to make you care about all of them. If this was a series, I don't hate any of the characters. There's just so much happening that when you're like trying to work or do a project, but you have your phone right on the desk and you think you have to answer every text or check your phone. that's what's happening here. It's like they show up. Fast forward to present day. This is what's happening. Flashback to an old day. This is why Ikaris and Circe like each other. Flash forward again to present day. Flashback to Tenochtitlan, or whatever it was, Central or South America. The Spanish are taking over whatever, a place. Druig doesn't like it, he leaves. I think he's the first one to leave. Ajax, the leader, Selma Hayek, says, okay, everyone's free to go. And then flash forward. I'm getting this all confused. Flash back again. They're Mesopotamia. Gilgamesh. Slap. There's also a nice, like, Gilgamesh does a funny slap. But anyway, so that's one problem. There's this plot. There's a lot of jumping back and forth. They even jump back to, like 6 days before the main events were happening. Ikaris turns out to be, I don't know, evil, but he's like, well, we can't disobey the Celestials, because then the Eternals become self-aware, and they realize that, because Ajax dies, Circe takes over, and she realizes the true purpose of what they're doing. They don't want to do it. Ikaris is like, well, we have to keep going forward. I'm confusing myself just saying this. But there's just a lot. Angelina Jolie has memories of the time before her got memories wiped, and they said it's some disease. I can't remember, but it turns out to be true. Like, any of the stories in isolation aren't bad. It's just very much rushed. So much so that like sometimes there's an emotional moment, and I just don't care. The only emotional part, spoilers again, is they stop the celestial from coming out of Earth, and Icarus like knows or like tries to stop Cersei, but he can't bring himself to it, and they succeed, and he had also been fighting everyone, and he just like can't deal with the fact that he kind of let the celestial down, but he doesn't want to destroy his friends, so he flies into the sun. Icarus. Icarus flies into the sun. Get it? You get it? Because Icarus flew too close to the sun. So close, in fact, that he went into the sun. Anyway. I mean, it looks cool, the movie. Which is not hard to do these days. Also, they think their whole thing is to attack deviants. The Celestials also created deviants, which are monsters. There's a deviant that evolves that Athena kills quickly. That's the end of that. If I'm doing a bad job of explaining this, then too bad. There's a little kid, Sprite. She's mad that she can't grow up. But yeah. And then in the end, they say, okay, well, now we get to live our lives. Some want to go find other Eternals. Cersei and Phastos and Kingo. I don't know. They get taken by Arishem, the Celestial, and then that's the end. And then they have Kit, what's his face, who is Jon Snow, tease at being the Black Knight. I thought it was Moon Knight, but I should have known better because Oscar Isaac is the Moon Knight. But yeah, man, it's like the pacing was. You could say the pacing was slow, but there's also a lot happening. It's like I don't know how many comics this storyline even spans, but it's like they tried to take most of what happened in the comics and shove it into, I think it's like a 2.5 hour movie. I split it up over a day during a baby nap and after the baby went to bed. But yeah, it was all over the place. How many stars would I give this? I guess a 1 out of 5. Also, at the end, after 3 of the Eternals get stolen, a few of the other Eternals that went to go find more Eternals find Thanos' brother, but it's Harry Styles, but he just looks like a regular human. And I think he's Eros. I don't know what's going on. I feel like if Marvel wanted to make us care about these characters, they would have taken their time. And it was like too much in too little time. And now nobody cares about any of them. Like, I don't know if I care enough to see the continuation of the story. It said Eternals will return, but if you're going to try to put all of them into the MCU and interact with the others, this is very much rushed. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, that was new to me and I guess most normies, but they didn't have that many characters to deal with so that you could get more of their backstory. And it was all about them coming together. This was like they were together, the band broke up, they had to try to piece it back together, but not all of them even showed up. Like I can't think of his name, but man, I'm so sorry. What's his name? Yeah, Kingo. He's a he's a Hollywood actor, and he keeps pretending he is the son of himself because he does not age, but he just also agrees with Icarus, saying, "Well, we can't go against the Celestials," and he leaves, and he does not participate in Act 3. Gilgamesh, I think it's kind of clever that they're ancient heroes. But anyways, Gilgamesh is taking care of Athena, Angelina Jolie. There's another battle, but he dies. Druig also joins Icarus at the last second, stabs Circe, but then gets knocked out by Druig. Druig is there. There's a fast girl. I don't even know her name, but basically the Flash. Now, she actually fought very well, stood toe-to-toe with Icarus. Same with actually Phastos, because he had the technology to take Icarus down. Selma Hayek is, by the time you're in present day, she's already dead, so you just get a few flashbacks with her. Angelina Jolie, I thought she would have more to do, but she had the Mad Riri? I can't say that. That's the like flashback disease, but I don't know. It's like Gilgamesh was spending all those years taking care of her because he knew that she had that problem, but she's just kind of out of it. She does kill the super deviant, but that's about it. I don't know. It's just everywhere. Cersei's, she's just kind of, I feel like it's kind of boring. She's kind of boring. Her and Icarus, aside from Icarus basically being like Homelander / Omni-Man, he was very bland. Druig had a decent emotional pull because he has mind control, but he's not allowed to interfere in humans, and he's just sitting back watching them destroy each other. So all of these characters had potential, like with Sprite wanting to be an adult, Kingo being the only one utilizing his immortality, but they all do. So each of the storylines had potential there, and it was all rushed. I would not mind having like an episode per character, or each thought for each character's story fleshed out in a TV show. Like Kingo emotionally may have felt like, oh well, I'm aging, people are gonna, or I'm not aging, people are gonna figure it out. And then he discovers I'm just gonna play my own child. But they're all in these like 2-minute blips. And that just made the movie just a rushed effort. So it's kind of like they're trying to be the X-Men, but it was executed like the Justice League, and we're supposed to care like they're the original Avengers, but it was all like mashed into 2.5 hours. Now I see the criticism. It's like when you try to have too much story, you get not much of one story. So those are my thoughts. I mean, the world building was decent, but I don't know. There was just too much going on to grasp on to one thing. So those are my thoughts. Wasn't as like awful as I thought it was going to be, but it was nowhere near as good as it could have been. So let us know what you guys think. Subscribe, comment, share, chat, watch it on repeat. This is Dork Dad, Adrian, signing out. Oh, also, Also, all their powers, all the same colors, but it's like I have shooting hands, I have powerful arms, I have laser eyes, I have spears. I thought that was kind of funny. That's it. Bye bye.